they get one over Aurora, end that streak. Game 1 is upon us. Let's get into the Land of Dawn. Once more, the closer for day 1, week 2. It's AP BREN versus Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, I wonder what the idea for AP BREN is. Even prior to heading into this match, is it like trying to also go in for the team fights up against Aurora, or trying to focus on being a team fight-centric kind of team, or more on the objective kind of focus? Because for Aurora, at least, it seems like they're the objective type of team so far, especially when they went up against Onyx.
Yeah, so far James Banks will be able to get the first litho of the game. Demon Kite started purple, going for a topside rotation in terms of the emblems. Nothing too fancy, although triple ruptures on the side of Aurora. So
Penetrasi.
Yeah, they get the Penetrasi, and that means that they balance out the potential snowball, end the game fast mentality of AP BREN with their Jawhead roam, with their own surprise sources of early burst with penetration.
Yep.
Which again, I think is more reliable. Oh dear Lord! Talk about proving me wrong right at the second. The Hitman just got hit.
Yeah, he finds himself against the Jawhead Suyo combo, which you mentioned, and on top of that, it's the Vixana there too. So like, it's so hard to fight back against these three. If they focus on this 3-man rotation consistently, they might be able to just pressure and keep taking control of the map.
Yeah, you get really introspective against a lineup like that. If you do definitely find yourself.
All right, Turtle spawned, upper quarter. First of the scene is AP BREN. It looks like Aurora are just letting it happen. Look, they're just checking.
Those are a lot of well-timed deathly grabs coming in from Chov's Kurt. And the Aurora don't get to contest. Oh, wait, oh! Down bottom bombing kite nearly falls up against Shizu.
The Silent Kid clapping back. Aurora. Oh, Renji again!
Oh, for the second time in a row, they find a kill on Renji.
And an uncharacteristic approach to the post-turtle take. Aurora have nothing on the board. This is, they're playing like a team I've never met.
Yeah, right now it's just Demon Kite farming around the map. Aurora might be waiting for their timers, but look again, the aggression, the 3-man rotation of the Jawhead, Suyo, and the Vexana together. They're just being aggressive, setting the tempo, and I think Aurora might have actually sort of folded in the early game just somewhat. They're acknowledging the fact that AP BREN can snowball and run away with this if they're not careful. So now they're just like, all right, I think we're just going to wait for our timers. We'll try to get some things, but Aurora might just be looking at 6-8 minutes into the game before they really start fighting back.
Yeah, the 3-man rotations were already interesting enough, but even when it came to the gold lane, Shizu was able to take or get an advantage against Dominkite. So it was a very unusual turn of events for Aurora.
So across the map, you can say it's all AP BREN, up by 1,000 gold, 3.5 minutes in. One more go, the second turtle, all right? This is going to be the tell whether Aurora is willing to go toe-to-toe, forget the first 2 minutes, or if it definitely is just them hunkering down saying, yeah, we definitely dropped the ball.
Yeah.
After clearing out this mid lane minion wave, I'd want to see Chov's Kurt actually go closer to where Kekadot is right now. But they've sort of adjusted. They're sticking the mid laner and the EXP laner together. It's the Badang and the Vexana. That's a deadly duo. We saw TNC Pro Team shine with that against AP BREN. So they might be taking a page out of TNC Pro Team's book.
Yeah, and whoever decides to pass through this area has to be extra careful, and it's going to be Edward receiving the ejector and the deathly grasp. There is there to try and zone away the damage dealers, but that's a successful way of the dragon, but it might just be a punish. Renegade gets taken out, and so will Edward. Demon Kite trying to go, and he looks and gets James Paxson there. Dominkite is here as well to join the party, and it's a double kill for him.
Alas, the prestige. The magicians of Aurora reveal their grand plan. A trade of Edward for 4, and suddenly the Northern Lights take flight.
There is the clapback around the joy. Didn't take 6 to 8 minutes. It only just took the second turtle. And I will have to correct myself. AP BREN drafted the exact same lineup that they went up against. This is TNC's lineup in their game 1 against AP BREN. When Aurora are actually running a lineup similar to the one that they played in that game one against TNC Pro Team. So literally they took a page from TNC Pro Team's book, but then this time they didn't get what, in that scenario, TNC Pro Team was getting knockups and crowd control onto Demon Kite. They weren't able to to disrupt Demon Kite's rotation as well. So come the second turtle, Aurora was more encouraged to actually be aggressive, fight it out, and that's exactly what they did.
Let me take that beat and just switch it up a little. Release the same song. Now suddenly Aurora's up 2,000 gold and across the map, the last raider ruining things. Demon Kite gets sandwiched by 2.
But there's a trade for Demon Kite up top. He will take a turret, but that is very unfortunate for Aurora. So we still see, in some ways, how AP BREN can really work around with their hero synergies. They can make a lot of things happen regardless of who they decide to pair up all across the map.
Yeah, if Aurora wants lineups with Burst, well, AP BREN also has a lineup with hella Burst. Except this time around, AP BREN aren't able to stop the jungler of Aurora. And they're going to need to start timing their ejector tosses, fist breaks into fist cracks, plus the Eternal Guard of the Vexana. Because if you time those very well, you really conserve it, you mess up any Joy entry that wants to happen.
All right, if of those 3, I think it's down to Dare. Dare has the best way to stop Demon Kite on this rampage. Choveskirt has to put himself in danger. Keket has to go through all the meat that Renegade and Edward can present. So if it's really just to take down Demon Kite, we gotta watch out for Dare. And currently, Dare has been... the fights have been walking up to him. He hasn't been looking for them himself.
Yeah, and we saw a glimpse of that when he was able to create an opening for AP BREN, nearly punishing and winning the first team fight, which we saw happen. But Renegade gets to find James Pax, but still James Pax with the retribution secures the turtle. There will be the first to fall instead. Kekedot and Jizu as well. 3 members are down for AP BREN. No, make that 4.
A better trade than they found in the last turtle. It's 4 for none. Sure, take the major objective. We'll run through the map. Aurora now up by almost 3,000. And they'll take permanent objectives on the map. They're bullying James Banks.
Oh, Edward just stood up in front of it and brought out the A. It's obvious now what the problem is for AP BREN. Again, it's Demon Kite. It's the Joy. It's the late entry.
He's literally a wall at this point, just standing in front of the faces of AP BREN. And in just a blink of an eye, they've already taken down all Tier 1 turrets away from AP BREN, even slowly starting to work their way to the Tier 2s.
My God, Demon Kite's about to build the Holy Crystal already.
Oh no.
Oh, he just got it.
At under 8 minutes, there it is. Ye of little faith, me included. Aurora was just biding their time for the perfect moment, setting up for Demon Kite. One half of the Kite brothers. Hell, Demon Kite's having a good match himself.
Yeah, all of the kills we saw onto Renegade were just like them accepting the fact that the early probably wasn't as precise as they could have gotten it to be, but it didn't mean that they let go of the game entirely.
That's what I love about Renegade amongst 3 million other things. The hitman can take a hit. He knows when it's the right play to make, and he's ran this through the team. He's ran it through their manager. He's ran it through their 2 coaches, their life coach, even Boss Rada. Hey, boss, I'm gonna take the hits the first two times, and then we're gonna give it to DK. Then we're gonna give it over to the other DK. Well, 3 times actually. So far, that's what earned them this almost 5K gold lead.
Yeah.
Again, AP BREN already, with this lineup, they have all the tools they can to counter-engage of Aurora. They really just need to hold on it a little bit better and focus, change their mindset to, guys, number 1, can we conserve to take down Demon Kite? Number 2, get out of the feathered airstrike of the Farsa.
Yep. And now they have to find a way to position themselves, even despite Aurora already almost taking control of the entire area. I mean, look at where Renegade is.
That's right. They can rotate almost with impunity. Just 2 turrets left for AP BREN out of their base. Tier 2 bottom, Tier 2 mid. And so far, I said this before, I'll say it again. This is a really bad situation for a Jawhead when you're on the defense.
Yeah. All potential early snowball gone already. Well, top and bottom minion waves also not favorable for AP BREN. No one's managing it. They're just standing around. They need to be sending more bodies, showing themselves, clearing out those minion waves to somehow get more information out of Aurora.
They find Dare. Dare's the only man so far trying to get some information. So is Kekedot though, but he's trying to reserve his skills a little bit more, his abilities, which are very crucial. We've seen him use the ejector to throw away an unwanted target. But at least he has the flicker to go near, and that's exactly what I mentioned. He goes in and picks off Renegade.
But I don't know if it's worth it. That is a pickoff on a roamer. They trade up for one. Glorious pathway set down by Edward.
And the roamer on the other side will be the trade too. Dare trying to buy some time. He gets to throw away the members of Aurora. But that doesn't stop them from picking off 2 members.
Not just 2 kills, even 2 flickers away from AP BREN.
And they have to concede this with no frontliners. They back off, and Aurora gets the first Lord of the game.
Another one. Renegade says, do it, do it, do it. I can take it.
It's fine, it's fine. It's all part of the plan. It's the clapback, it's the counter, and the MPL veterancy right now of Aurora just shining over AP BREN.
Yeah. Now they might have to say goodbye to their tier 2 turrets. Aurora will definitely work their way. There goes the feathered airstrike.
Yikes.
Edward and Renegade, enforcers, bodyguards pushing away any sort of resistance from Aurora. They will take down tier 2, so there's just one left in mid.
Yeah, I know you mentioned something about getting out of the feathered airstrike first, but what if it's so well positioned and that it isn't necessarily there to engage in a fight? They're just getting what they want to get away! And look at that damage! Kite!
That's why we call him the next standard. Well, one of the reasons.
Oh my goodness. How does AP BREN defend this? They still have the holy shields in their mid and bottom lane turrets, but the Hitman's about to look for a target. They get to zone away there, and James Banks as well, slowly gaining access towards the base. But these are 5 members that they will potentially go up against, so they decide to stay disciplined and disengage.
2 big demolition projects for Aurora. Top and mid inhibitors have fallen. 8K gold up 12 minutes in. AP BREN are in shambles. Where does the comeback come from? They can't even hide in their own base. There's no bushes there.
Yeah, they're going to have to just show up. Kekadot has to take the Renegade mentality of, all right, I can take it, but actually just try to take it.
Glorious pathway to the way of the dragon, and there's just a beautiful counter and set from there! James Banks actually takes out Kite and Yue, but Demon Kite unstoppable gets shut down by James Banks, the man with a million moves!
My goodness, Dare coming up big with the flicker, fist break into the fist cracked, and this game is cracked open for AP BREN.
It's like he was born again. The man without fear, the daredevil, buys back possibly the game for AP BREN.
They might just be able to take down all the mid lane turrets. Kite has 6 seconds to respond. Yue will be there too, but in just a blink of an eye, they got to actually almost equalize the map.
The man with no fear helped set it up for the man with a million moves to clear it up.
Let's see that again, all right? It could have been an end angle. They come in almost perfect everything, even set it up with a kick, and then look at there. Oh!
That's what we're talking about. The Badang Vexana combo. Chovskirt was looking at it, and exactly, Kekadot was like, I can take this. I will try to take this. And Dare said, let me make sure that your sacrifice doesn't go in vain. My God!
I don't think Yue and Kite will stick together after that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Anymore.
Not like that, not in the same way. So suddenly, AP BREN pulling out one from behind, from under the sleeve, from in your ear. A trick that nobody expected. They shrank that goal lead down to 1,000, and I'll be damned. Maybe this is a contestable Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, they had Aurora looking over here when they should have been looking over there.
When Dare has the flicker, I think you need to play it extra safe. But speaking of, they spot out Dare and take him out first.
Oh, Dare God. No, he's getting back.
But she's from behind. This seems like no Silent Kid. He's dancing around the members of Aurora.
What?
Demon Kite.
No!
Wow! Edward goes next. That's 2 for 1.
What is happening? AP BREN. Damn!
Shizo should have been squished, but he survived that sandwich.
He danced and he was making Aurora dance to his tune. Now AP BREN gets the second Lord of the game.
Like a kid.
Unless.
Renegade with the sacrifice, but Demon Kite was a bit too late.
Like a hid hop top on Nesquik. He couldn't be stopped. He was just dashing over and over again. And it's all falling apart for Aurora. What's going on?
I can't believe we're starting the week like this. Oh my goodness, now the Lord is in AP BREN's hands.
I mean, I'm getting what I asked for AP BREN to show why they were so hyped up heading into the MPL. Aurora, they're one of the top 2 teams after week 1, and now Aurora are in the red, but AP BREN barely have any minion waves in the sides. It's only the mid.
This is an evolved enhanced lord coming in.
Oh, okay, it's not misses the flicker ejector play, but Edward, can he sustain all this?
That's bad.
The damage being soaked up by Edward, but he sustains everything, and Aurora now goes for the counter play. Oh, the quick interruption, fist break from Dare, but the death sonatas are reaching him, but he's still too fast. They can't chase after him. Oh no, Dare, will he be caught by the Hitman?
All right, the Hitman lets off. You survive for now. Suddenly Aurora are back in it. Despite that mid-lane siege, AP BREN couldn't finish the job. Aurora back on the offense.
AP BREN should not have forced that. Kekedot missed his flicker ejector. He was trying to reach Domincat, but that was way too risky.
Oh no, now there goes the Feather Dare Strike once more. Renegade forcing James Panks to move away. That's the glorious pathway already expended by Aurora too.
Habun Jingjing a little too feisty. There was no one to catch there. Reminds me of that very first glorious pathway he's cast this game. All right, so far I think the key for both teams is to collect yourselves, regroup, because the past, 2 or 3 minutes have been high-octane, intense, back-to-back brawls.
Not gonna lie, at this point I was already expecting to do the post-game analysis. I'm glad we're not at that point, that we're just seeing action. Again, Kekedot tried to go after Dominkite. The moment he missed that, that was already worst-case scenario for AP BREN. Well, to be fair, worst-case scenario was them getting wiped out and losing the game. That didn't happen, but that's where you see the lack of MPL experience, I guess, because they had nothing in the side lanes. They really thought that they could force and end it with just that push alone. Yes, they were able to actually bring the base down to like 60% health, but again, that's a way too risky. Think about your side lanes first.
Yep, and James Panks just swapped items too. He had a Winter Crown earlier, but now he's on the Queen's Wings. So it's just oh, there he go. He picks it up again.
He can start juggling.
He's
juggling items now,
now.
Just keeps up the economy and then just buys what's necessary.
Yeah.
So far, that's what AP BREN are doing, Renmar. I think they're listening to you. They're trying to get some side lane push in, so it's not just all about the all-in. But I get it. From where AP BREN is standing, that's the first time in like, 15 minutes that they were actually on the offense.
Yeah.
So they needed to really just get it in there, because, again, Kekedot needs to be in the driver's seat. He needs to set up.
Yeah, I mean, we're approaching 18. We're nearing the 20-minute mark, so the death timers are going to aren't going to be that short anymore. They're actually going to be very, very long.
That's a Mega Lordmon right now.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to be the first to check that Shrubber on the mid. If AP BREN can find Yue, that's best case scenario.
Oh, concealed by Kekedot, setting up the ejector on Edward.
Okay, they decide to go for Edward, but he is going to be tanky. That's the glorious pathway too, slowing down some of the members of AP BREN.
Yeah.
So, resources here and there being burned.
An episode of hesitation from both.
Oh! But this doesn't feel like any sort of hesitation from Kekedot. Edward this time around doesn't have the glorious pathway, but there's a counter setup from Renegade. They pick off Dare in exchange of Edward. 2 XP laners once again.
But the minion waves, Demon Cat clearing in the mid. That was a great bait play by AP BREN. They baited out the glorious pathway and feathered airstrike. Then they repositioned. Then Kekedot went forward. He didn't use the unstoppable force in the last scenario. He just used the conceal, showed himself, used the ejector, and nothing else. That's why AP BREN find themselves in this situation.
Wait, Demon Kite, he isn't here yet. But that's a successful zone from Aurora, unless...
They're still holding on this Lord. Now the third of its health, they pop the immortality of Kekedot.
Okay, Shizu now, this is his time to shine. But is this too much to dance in the front of 2 members? He has to outplay everyone. James Pack secures the objective as well, and Renegade is just running for his life.
Run, Renegade, run! The silent kid has become a silent killer.
And in the mid lane is the man with a million moves with him as well.
So we were talking about the jungle gold duos, and it seems like this time around they want